Willpower is not born in comfort. It is forged in fire, where pain becomes the hammer and discipline the steel. Every man dreams of strength, but only those who walk into the fire return with unbreakable willpower. Fire does not ask if you are ready. It consumes weakness and reveals the strength hidden within your soul. Willpower is not given to the lucky. It is carved into the flesh of those who bleed and endure daily. The fire of pain burns illusions, leaving only truth. Discipline is the forge of unstoppable will. Weak men run from fire, but warriors step into it, knowing it will shape them into something greater. Every scar you carry is proof that fire did not destroy you. It forged you into something unshakable. Willpower is not soft. It is iron, molded in the flames of sacrifice and cooled in the silence of struggle. Fire tests all men, but only the disciplined endure it long enough to rise with willpower eternal. Excuses cannot survive the fire. They burn away, leaving only raw strength for those who endure. The fire does not lie. It shows who you are when comfort is gone and pain is all that remains. Willpower is not whispered into existence. It is screamed into being by fire and relentless sacrifice. The undisciplined fear the fire, but the disciplined know it is the only path to true freedom. Every moment inside the fire is a battle, but every victory adds iron to the foundation of your will. Fire humbles pride, shatters weakness, and replaces excuses with the steel of unshakable resolve. Willpower is not visible to the eye, but its presence commands respect in every step you take. The man who endures fire becomes the man who commands his destiny without fear or hesitation. Fire is brutal, but it is also honest. It gives back exactly what you pour into its endless furnace. Willpower is the fortress built from every moment of fire endured, indestructible and eternal. Remember, only in fire is willpower forged, and only in fire do men rise into legends unbroken. The silent battle begins when no one is watching, and your excuses scream louder than your discipline. Willpower is not forged in applause. It is born in the lonely hours where comfort begs you to surrender. Every choice you make in silence builds the foundation of iron or the weakness of crumbling sand. Excuses thrive in the dark, but discipline lights a fire that burns them into ashes before dawn breaks. The strongest warriors are not made in crowds, but in solitude where their willpower is sharpened. Silence is the battlefield of the soul, where excuses die and unbreakable will is hammered into shape. Willpower is not a gift. It is the reward for every silent victory won when no one believed in you. Excuses promise ease, but every time you kill one in silence, you forge iron into your spirit. The man who wins in silence will never be broken in public, for his willpower is fire unshakable. Excuses kill quietly, but discipline saves loudly, echoing through the choices you make alone. Willpower forged in silence is respected in noise, because the fire built alone cannot be destroyed. Remember, the silent battle is where men are forged, and excuses are the first enemies to die. Pain is not punishment. It is the fire that burns away weakness and forges the steel of willpower within. Every scar of pain is proof that you entered the fire, endured the flames, and emerged unbreakable. Excuses promise to shield you from pain, but they chain you to weakness and kill your willpower slowly. Pain is the teacher of warriors, brutal but honest, carving strength where comfort leaves only fragility. The truth about pain is simple. It leaves scars, but those scars are medals of discipline and survival. Without pain, there is no willpower, only the illusion of strength that collapses under real pressure. Pain does not arrive to destroy you. It arrives to test if your spirit is worthy of freedom and respect. Excuses avoid pain at all costs, but warriors embrace it, knowing it forges the soul into iron. Every moment of pain resisted is a deposit of strength into the bank of unshakable willpower. Pain strips you naked, showing whether you are ruled by excuses or forged by discipline's fire. The man who welcomes pain is feared by the world, for nothing can enslave his unbreakable will. Remember, pain is not your enemy. It is the fire that forges willpower eternal inside your spirit. Discipline feels heavy in the moment, but its weight is lighter than the prison built by endless excuses. Willpower is forged each time discipline commands your steps, when fear and comfort beg you to stop. Excuses enslave the weak, but discipline liberates the strong, granting them freedom no one can steal. Every disciplined act is a strike of the hammer, shaping chains into weapons of freedom and fire. Freedom without discipline collapses into chaos, but discipline creates order that lasts eternally. Willpower grows when discipline burns away the lies of ease and forces you to face brutal truth. Excuses disguise themselves as liberty, but discipline is the only path that builds lasting freedom. The man who chooses discipline is the man who commands his destiny and forges unshakable will. Each sacrifice paid in discipline purchases the freedom to rise above fear, doubt, and weakness. Discipline does not cage you. It unlocks doors that excuses keep locked for a lifetime of regret. The world respects men who master themselves, for they walk freely where others remain enslaved. Remember, discipline equals freedom, and freedom forged in fire creates willpower that endures. The warrior's path is not walked by chance. It is chosen daily through discipline and sacrifice in fire. Excuses cannot walk beside warriors, for their flames burn weakness into ashes of forgotten fear. The warrior does not wait for strength. He forges it in silence, battle after battle, scar after scar. His armor is built from scars, his shield from discipline, and his sword from unbreakable willpower. The warrior's enemies are not other men, but fear, excuses, and weakness that he slays each dawn. Every sunrise is another battlefield where warriors rise to fight the inner fire of doubt and pain. Excuses beg for mercy, but the warrior's willpower shows none, forging strength where others quit. The path of the warrior is lonely, but freedom and respect march with him, born from discipline. Warriors are not born unbreakable. They are forged in fire, hardened by pain, and crowned by will. His victories are not luck, but echoes of countless silent battles won against excuses and fear. The warrior's path is brutal, but it commands honor, for willpower forged in fire cannot be denied. Remember, only those who walk the warrior's path rise eternal, with willpower forged into legend. Willpower is not a gift you inherit. It is a crown forged in fire, earned by sacrifice and relentless discipline. Excuses will bury you quietly, but the fire of discipline will resurrect you as a man no weakness can break. Every scar is proof that you entered the fire, and each scar is a medal of willpower unshakable. The world does not honor excuses. It honors men who burned through them and rose forged in fire. Willpower is freedom, but freedom is never free. It is bought with blood, sweat, and endless sacrifice. Excuses feel safe today, but they will strangle your destiny tomorrow if you refuse to face the fire. Pain is temporary, but the willpower it creates lasts forever, echoing through every step you take. The man who embraces fire commands respect, for nothing can enslave a spirit forged in flames. Excuses kill silently, but fire speaks loudly, forging warriors whose willpower inspires generations. Share your battles in the comments. Your fire may ignite another warrior to forge his willpower. Subscribe now and join a brotherhood where men walk through fire to build strength unbreakable. Remember, your willpower is forged in fire, and only fire can create the strength that never dies.